everyone. We'll be starting in just a moment or two. Dev, why don't you say a few words so we can make sure they can hear you?
I am tired of climate change. Can it just go back to being cold? It is too fucking hot.
Be nice if it were cooler, but we'll see. Let's see here. Okay, they can hear both of us.
SSRIs and extreme heat are kinda shitty combination.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Ready, Dev?
Ready enough.
Okay. Welcome to the WtW podcast. We're here to entertain, inform, but while talking about Digimon. I'm Mark. I run WtW and produce Digimon on Blu-ray.
I'm DevQ and I like snacks.
Any good snacks lately, Dev? Or was that just a
I have
generic
delicious
statement?
sakura.
Wait, what was that?
I have delicious sakura mochi, and I'm
Ah.
going to be very sad when it runs out because it is a seasonal item.
Yeah, seasonal. I'm glad that most seasonal snacks I don't like. Not because I dislike trying new snacks, but it means I don't generally need to worry about them vanishing.
Soon my pumpkin spice cake will come back from the war.
Let's see. How has the past week treated you, Dev?
Very hot and very rainy at the same time.
Yeah, it's been hot and humid out here also. Continuing the theme from last time where I was telling you, oh, it's hot, I shall turn on the fan. 5 minutes later, it's muggy and cold, I shall turn off the fan. And then it just repeats.
It rains just long enough here to make it super humid, and
Uh,
then it stops.
that sounds fun. And then
It is wretched.
we start the final arc of Beatbreak with yet another episode where they change, where either they weren't talking to each other with translations or they changed their mind. Because the end of episode 41 and all their press stuff said Cherry Blossom Friendship. The episode went with Sakura Friendship.
Yippee! Coincidentally, exactly what I'm eating.
So at this
Nom, nom, nom,
point,
nom, nom.
we now have less than 2 months of the show left, and we start with it's weird. They just go right into it with Mirror World. Kishiwada shows up with Wong and Genjo. They recognize him as being from Gift, and he shows them the core. And he's like, "Hey, this is all ready. Would you like it?" And Wong's smart enough to know, what do you want? And he wants to be a 5-star. Weirdly, is this the first 5-star that we know of who they have not shown that he has a
Volunteered?
Digimon?
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah. I like that Get. So weirdly, this is where like I can't decide if Genjo's just a weirdo creep but is loyal, or if they're like really telegraphing him hard as a jerk because he really doesn't like it, and he like completely agrees that his job is to protect Wong regardless.
It's like I feels like he wants to, be free to do mad science and
Yeah.
extremely unethical experimentation on both humans and Digimon, and this guy's just cramping his style.
Then we find out Rose is awake and recovering. The Thorns are crying over it. Rose wants Lilamon to cheer up and stop crying. She doesn't blame her for any of it. And Rose, this is where we get like the the thing that's said almost certainly just for it to be dealt with in the last 2 episodes. Rose promises Kyo she'll repay him for what he did. Do, do,
Congrats, you're not a criminal
do,
anymore.
do you remember
That's as good as you're gonna
do you
get.
remember early in the series where we mused on if they would do the thing at the end of the show that a lot of shows do where everyone jumps in to help?
I mean, it's looking
I'm
to
lean
be like
I'm
that.
leaning to that happening, but I'll be curious to see. Then we get clarification at Kyo's name being cleared, Glowing Dawn being happy with this, and they leave to visit Asuka, and Kyo wants to go also. And then they kidnap Yoshi to make him drive them.
I
Then
mean, that's there. Do you trust any of them to drive?
and this is where like the origin stuff I feel like doesn't quite work. So Tomer asks, how long he's known his brother, and it's like, oh, Kyo lived at an orphanage run by your grandfather. It's like at no point was this like something to mention, maybe.
Yeah, it's like, did you know? Did you ever think of
Because
telling
because because
anyone
here's the thing,
that this might have been relevant?
it's not even presented as like a secret or anything. It's like there was never a time to mention it. It's like I feel like that's something to mention.
Yeah, it's like, "Hey, by the
Yeah.
way, I'm your brother's bestie, and,
I think the
I know
fun
your grandpa, so living with me is probably the safest thing for you right
that's the funny
now,"
part
in
is
episode
like
1.
when they're trying to like get his trust and explain their, they can be family. At no point are you going to mention that, grandfather helped raise him. Like that is like a relevant thing. And then the other weird thing is after they have this conversation, Yoshi's like, I knew him too. We go way back. And then that is not mentioned again. We get flashback to Kyo there beating someone up and causing problems. And then when Tomoro's grandfather lectures him, the others point out he was protecting them. And when he turns around to talk to Kyo about this, Kyo has jumped out of the window.
I mean, that's the best way to get out of any
Yeah.
kind of
Uh,
situation.
we get him sitting, watching distance, closing his eyes. And then later at a different place, he's sleeping, hears drumming, and everyone enjoys the kid who comes by to play with the old man's drums. And it's a young Asuka. And then Asuka accidentally chucks one of the drumsticks right at Kyo. I have to be honest, at first I thought it was both until he didn't catch two of them. Like the animation, I thought like he hit down and both flew up.
I initially thought he'd broken one of the drumsticks because that actually happens a lot.
See, I thought that he hit both and they both launched and they showed him grabbing one so that one would still hit him in the face. And when that didn't happen, I went, oh, it was just one. And then, someone wants Kyo to come with them. He does. Asuka's smart enough to know that, that's not a good look. Then we get them threatening Kyo in an alley. They try and sucker punch him. Um, he bites one of them. Always good in a fight like that, frankly. And before they can do anything,
Absolutely.
I have to be honest, the instant Asuka started yelling for Grandpa to come, I knew exactly what was happening. That is one of my favorite kids having a fight gag is the yelling for the teacher or the parent, and you can just tell they're not there.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that
I
and
I,
Gramps is kinda slow,
I
so
enjoyed the bluff. Asuka reaches to help Kyo up. Kyo gets himself up. Kyo does thank him though, and then they introduce each other. And Asuka, I will say I like the cartoony wave from Asuka. Um,
precious.
then we get the montage of him playing the drums and also Kyo there. Kyo does
He's
not
like a
learn.
cat where he just, like, starts creeping closer and closer.
I mean, not like your cats though. You were sending me images of your cat beating you up before the show.
This is true, but most cats just kinda, like, slowly inch closer to you, they are so tsundere.
Yeah. Then they have to show the bully kids in the montage. We get the view of them watching the ocean through cherry blossoms. Uh, Asuka decides they're friends. Kyo's confused at this, and they share contact info in the Sapotamas. And then this is where like the episode is telling us a story, and then it stops to go the pay attention to this as Grandpa tells them not to rely on Sapotamas too much, and Asuka points out that his grandpa basically invented them. Which
Like, "Grandpa, you're a hypocrite, you fucking made them."
Kyo waits for Asuka under a tree. A call comes in from Asuka, but it's one of the bully kids. And we get the look of Kyo being very angry. I like the scenery turning red, which is good. And then possibly the oddest eye catch in the show up till now, Makoto.
Like, does he do anything in the episode?
Like here's the thing.
It would
I
have made
feel
more
I
sense if it was even Tomoro.
oh yeah, I was gonna say the eye catches for this episode would either be Kyo. I can understand not wanting to use him again after the arc. Tomoro I can understand because this is all background information being presented to Tomoro. This would even be a cool one to do like, oh, I want like have it just be like a piece of art of young Asuka and Kyo.
Yes, like a photograph would have been
Yeah.
a really good
Uh,
spot to put that.
and then Kyo arrives, more bully kids. Um, they expect Kyo to not fight back, and he doesn't because he doesn't want Asuka to get hurt. And Asuka frees himself and starts fucking them up.
Absolutely, you
Yeah.
go, Asuka.
And when they hurt him, Kyo flips out. We get the E-pulse start to burst out. His Sapotama errors. The kids freak out over this. And here's where we have to stop because I can understand doing the montage of the lower levels. Does it feel really fucking insulting that they have the Digimon go straight to Cougarmon because then they just don't have to deal with it becoming Cougarmon?
Yeah.
Like, that, to me, feels like a hedge, especially when we know Kyo's out there doing stuff for a while, and I believe right before he became a 5-star was the first time Cougarmon evolved. So that means the whole
Yeah, like
time
5 seconds.
that means like nothing happened that whole time. I would have liked a lower level. Um, and
Yeah, but then
then
he probably couldn't ride him around
yeah,
dramatically.
the bully kids freak out over him summoning a monster. Cougarmon roars, and Asuka looks up and Kyo's gone. And we get Kyo and Cougarmon in the tree, riding through the trees. Cougarmon introduces himself, explains being born from his emotions, and then Ministry guys show up really fucking quick to this one.
It's like, dude, do you have anything else to do on your job except hang around and hope someone summons a
The
Digimon?
the one thing I will say to them showing up really quick, it does feel like Doctor Tenma would be someone they'd be watching. Is the one thing I will say.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that it
yeah.
does make sense.
Yeah, they explained their thing, oh, it's glitched, and that is a hologram, and that doesn't work because this isn't Ghost Game, and they'll give him a new one.
It's like I literally rode the hologram around.
Yeah, that's the other funny thing. Kyo knows their line quickly. Cougarmon attacks when Kyo tells him to, and they go off and escape. Oscar runs by, sees him riding off, and he explains he left and lived as a cleaner with Cougarmon.
Yippee!
And then they arrive at the hospital, and the nurse says Oscar was transferred. There's no record of it, though. Kyo stops Tomo from freaking out. The nurse says there's no record where. And she freaks out and says she'll check. And as she leaves, she smirks and laughs.
And also, do you know, this is like the second person dressed up as a
This
nurse
is this. Yeah,
that
this is.
has like some Harlequin makeup going on.
Yeah, it feels like they went. We're not going to use the same character, but also we want it to feel like the same character. Um, Wong explains. Now they did say 21 years ago, right?
2021, give or take, yeah.
See, my brain keeps going 15 because that one flashback was 15 years ago.
They're all over the place this episode.
No, 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 no.
Which,
I mean, no, no,
understandable.
no. I mean the Maki episode took place 15 years ago. But my brain keeps going. The main flashback we have is 15 years ago, and it keeps having to catch
Yes,
up.
because
Going,
that
oh,
was after
yes,
the
that was,
flood and everything.
yeah, exactly. But my brain keeps going 15 years, 15 years. And it's like, no, wait, that was not 15 years ago. 15 years ago was the other flashback. Uh, the Digimon being born that day, they fused together, a being of ultimate power who died in 5 seconds 20 years before the show began. And am I
It's
wrong
our
or am
buddy,
I
our
wrong or
favorite paperweight.
am I wrong or is the silhouette supposed to be Zed?
It was absolutely fucking
Okay,
Zed.
honest question, Dev. In your mind, ignoring 2020, when did Zed actually do something cool that was not just and then it got punched in the face or became a paperweight? 2020 is actually the only time we've ever actually gotten like a moment of him actually like doing shit. And he still died pretty quickly. Here, he died 20 years before the show began.
He wasn't even attacked by anyone. He just fucking exploded.
So that's the weird thing about Zed. And it's why you, me, AR mock Zed so much. People like Zed because they like the idea of that crazy villain thing. But
Like ultimate powerful chimera.
Zed has never actually successfully done that. The most interesting thing we've ever seen with Zed was a character started using him as a paperweight. In fact, you can
But
argue.
sorry, you
In
haven't
fact,
done anything since Wonder Swan.
in fact, every show since 2020 has had him, and he's gotten worse. In 2020, we get the cool Goku death with the Spirit Bomb, but he's like a big arc villain, and they did lots of setup for him. And like, okay, that's neat if you like that setup. If you don't like that setup, it sucks. But I think it's neat for what it was. Ghost Game, he was killed by a dead woman, and then became a paperweight. Here, he's introduced as, oh, he's ultimate power, but he also died 5 seconds later, and that was 20 years ago. And he's never popped back up. Yeah,
Complete
chat said
absolute shit.
yeah, chat says he sounds cool on paper. And then we get, the explanation from Wong, like godlike power to make his utopia, Shangri-La, can become a reality. The power was lost, and we get Wong wide-eyed in the flashback, like crazy wide-eyed. And then
It's
we
like,
get,
you're a little too excited about this, old man.
yeah, Wong comments how Genjo came to him 4 years ago. There was a Digimon as powerful as the one for the island existed if they can find it, but that Digimon became the white core and vanished. And they go in the massive X-Men doors. I know I'm not the only person who did not think of the Cerebro doors from the old X-Men movies.
Yep.
They have the white core. Asuka's lying in a bed near it. Wong comments that Asuka is the original owner of it. They have him also. Preparations are complete. Says the new. Am I wrong, or was he the Earth 5-star member? He took over Clay's role, right?
I thought he was gold.
Oh, was he
Wait.
gold? You may be right. But 1 second. I want to check now, because I guess I saw the color and just went, oh, I guess he's taking over Clay's. But you're right. He could
He
just be.
might.
Wait, no, he can't be gold because Genjo's gold.
It's like musical chairs with these
Okay,
assholes.
Kishiwada is Earth. It was the Earth symbol.
Okay.
You weren't wrong though that it was yellowish. So once you said that, I had to go wait. Was he? Yeah. So it's so right now it's Genjo, Kaido, Honoka, and Rose, who were all there at the beginning of the series, and now Kishiwada has taken over Earth. Now he has no Digimon, and every skill we've ever seen him use has to do with water.
And Honoka looks absolutely unimpressed.
Um, then Gokuamon hands over Asuka's E-Pulse to Genjo. They load it to bring back Helios Bomon. The core shatters. The Digimon appears. A lot of black E-Pulse. We get Wong being creepy, saying it's beautiful. They point out Helios Bomon no longer has a will of its own. The black E-Pulse has saturated into it. They zap it. It screams, and Asuka's original Sapotama falls out. They use that filled with black E-Pulse to uncold heart Asuka. It restores him. He wakes up. They say, he has no will, he'll be a puppet. They have to give Asuka glowing red eyes to reiterate this. I could have done without the red eyes, to be honest, because they just gave us, like, we had the speech.
Yeah, also, isn't it basically just fucking Eugen?
Eh. Wong tells Genjo to evolve Helios Bosemon to its ultimate level. They need Asuka to find something. Now, this is where the episode has a quick thing or two to do, but we all already know what it's going to be. Wong, Shangri-La project will execute finally for Wong's ultimate ideal. We go back to Tomer at Glowing Dawn watching the waves. Gekkomon's worried.
It's instrumentality, isn't it?
The others talk about Asuka, no leads. Tomo's in a bad mood. Tomo hears footsteps and it's Asuka. He starts to cry. They draw Asuka in that specific way where a character doesn't look quite right, which is odd because once again, they already told us and already did it, and they also have the glowing stuff. I like Gekkomon grabbing Tomoro, has a bad feeling. Tomoro notices when Helio Bosemon shows up. Asuka says Tomoro's name and wants his E-Pulse.
Dun dun dun.
So it's a good setup episode, but it does fall into the trap of it doesn't actually do it. Like, remember how we talked about we wondered if this was
There's
just going to be
nothing new. It was very
like, so
projected.
here's the problem. I feel like this would have been much cooler if they did not tell us the arc name, or if they presented this as Kyo Arc Episode 5. They did not name the arc, they did not show us art of Asuka, and they just went with, oh, it's going to be a flashback explaining how Kyo knows Asuka.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like the exterior information we're given kind of
And
messes with the
the other
actual
issue is
storytelling.
so Asuka has not been a main character in the show, which is fine, but it does sort of fall into that same thing we talked about with the Kyo arc, where when the show began, what happened with Asuka was the driver for Tomura. Since episode 12, has it been actually that important?
Just pops in once in a
Yeah,
while
but
at the
like
hospital.
it's been
Just to
generic.
remind us that he's still there.
Yeah, it's been generic reminder. Um, I think the thing that bothers me the most with the episode, Wong was much more interesting before this episode. Like, for all the issues we have with the gift arc, I thought the stuff with Wong there was interesting because there is no evidence in the gift arc that Wong is evil. He very,
He just
very,
has specific
he's very, very
beliefs
wrong.
and
But
he's
yes, but yes, he has his goals, he has his beliefs. He's very wrong, but it is not clear that he is evil outside of the fact that he's an antagonist. Now they've changed it to, okay, he has his brainwashed servants, and
he's comically villainous now.
he was more interesting before this episode. Um, 7 episodes past this is plenty of time to wrap things up in a fulfilling way. I don't know if that will fix my issues with the show itself. It's also very strange because, like, AR definitely was not happy with this episode from when we talked to him and read his review and stuff, right? Like, he's definitely not happy. Would you agree with that statement, Dev?
I did not read that review, but
Okay,
I am just going to assume yes.
you did talk to
Yeah.
him. You saw, like, he definitely was not happy. What grade do you think he gave this episode
I'd
based on
probably
us
get like
talking
a
with him?
uh, C plus B minus.
Yeah, he gave it a B minus, but it felt like he was really angry about the episode, didn't it? Because the show still isn't bad.
Disappointed.
Yeah, it's what the weird thing where, like, the show's not bad. It's just disappointing that it isn't doing much, even when it could be.
Like it has all this opportunity,
Yeah.
but doesn't quite fulfill it.
Now the other
It
funny
keeps falling back on kind of like trite, sort of very predictable
now
things.
the other funny interesting thing, Dev, out of the 5 stars, who is actually in healthy condition and loyal to Wong at this point, or where we are 100% sure they are loyal?
Fucking no one.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. That, like, Kaito and Honoka just do not care.
Yeah, he got kidnapped and they're like chilling on the grass, sunning themselves like lizards. Like, fuck it. He pulled that shit on himself. I'm not getting off my ass
Yeah.
to do anything.
Rose is incapacitated. Kishiwada, who the fuck knows? Genjo kind of falls into who the fuck knows because it feels like he's a backstabber. But when you set that up,
Like he's totally using.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
But
obviously
we'll see.
using Wong, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah. So 7 episodes, plenty of time to finish things up better. I do think it will finish things up more fulfilling than Ghost Game. I do have faith in that, I will say.
Yeah, Ghost Game ending kind of buried the bar.
Yeah. Then ready for cast stuff, Dev? Helios Boamon was Yukana. Best for Digimon fans, they know her as
Fuck yes.
Lalamon in her Evos and Savers, Marina Angemon in 2020. She was both sets of characters in New Century. She was Sistermon CL in Ghost Game, the crazy cart driving one. And are ready for a
Yes.
small selection of her roles.
I
Isane,
know some of them.
Isane in Bleach, CC in Code Geass, Honoka in Pretty Cure, Tessa in Full Metal Panic, Cecilia in Infinite Stratos. I think every version of Rain and Rain Force in Nanoha, various characters in Mononoke, because anytime there was a new story arc, they would have various actors play completely different characters. Uh, Mizuki and Shin in Zegapane, Meilin Lee in Cardcaptor Sakura, Tyr in Tales of the Abyss, and Kale in Dragon Ball Super. And her casting is also a joke. Do you realize why it's a joke, Dev?
Uh, because Galmon voice
Yes.
actors in the
Yes.
same episode.
Asuka's VA is Galmon. And
Oh, I
then,
just made myself sad.
and then, yeah, because you realize why it had to be those two, right?
Yeah.
Then, uh, you know how you never know if like a one-off character, even if they're like uniquely designed, will show up again. We can definitely say the nurse will show up. Would you like to know who she's played by?
Oh,
Megumi
yes.
Toyaguchi. Now, she's only been in Digimon once. She was Rui's mom in the beginning. I rated for a small selection of her roles. Uh, Revi in Black Lagoon, Meg in Burst Angel, Yumi in Chobits, Susumi in Defrag,
Oh,
Winry in the original Full Metal Alchemist, a few different characters in Dot Hack, uh, Shifuyu in Infinite Stratos, Sei in Maria Watches Over Us, Maria Laha in Gundam Seed, Yukari in Persona 3, Hikari slash Dawn in Pokemon, Ron in Supergirl's The Great Sage and reincarnated as a slime, Aqua in Kingdom Hearts, and Pain in Final Fantasy X2. They did not get her for one scene.
yeah, holy shit.
Would you like? I also pulled up 2 dubbed over content she did. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ellie in in the Ice Age movies. Oh wait, someone asked.
Huh.
Not Rui from the beginning, not Ruli from Ghost Game.
Abusive
Yeah,
mom.
and then
Abusive
so
mom.
here's the. Are you ready for the most interesting one? Because this was a dubbed over content. She was Elliot from Scrubs in It's a Very Merry Muppet Christmas Movie. But I could not find Japanese Scrubs casting information to find out if she's Elliot in the show. Or if she was just Elliot in that one cameo.
Huh.
That could just be not finding
I
casting
would not
information, though.
even think that what series was dubbed into Japanese.
It's very hard to tell. The next week, we get the White Digimon episode 42. It does feel like they will not have time to slow down for the rest of the show, though. We can. I feel like
Full speed ahead, bitches.
at most we would get one break episode after 3 or 4. Like after 3 or 4, something horrible happens, and then we get the random episode that flashes back to explain what Asuka was up to before the series began.
And we're
Then
back to more
yeah,
danger.
so they announced the Asuka arc. Very nice poster art. Tomura reaches for a lot of people in promo art, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's his thing.
They did a music video featuring the song Mad Pulse with the first 41 episodes. Pretty nice overall.
Eh.
My only issue with it is
I was actually kind of disappointed by it.
I was only disappointed in that they've used Mad Pulse for so much stuff. It doesn't have the energy now as new.
Also, the timing of the video of the actual clips just felt kind of like, okay, here's just like a
Well,
random
it,
clip
it was
collage,
well, it
and
was
you threw
not.
the
It was
song
not
over it.
themed. It wasn't themed as a music video. It was themed more as like a vague journey through Beat Break. But like, it isn't like you're telling the story properly. But I think that was the intent.
Could have done
Pre-orders
better.
open for the Beat Break original soundtrack 3 CD set. Comes out September
Hell
30th.
yes.
I will probably add that to my Ghost Game Blu-ray order.
Excellent.
Because I actually think I have enough store credit from that store. So we will see.
Convenient.
Then they announced a couple days later that every Beat Break CD set will have a ticket lottery entry for the orchestra concert they're doing in December. And that is how you know they have no faith a CD will sell. When they do the lotto ticket. The one
It's like it's not even like an idol band.
So I will say this. If you desperately want the Beat Break soundtrack and do not have a lot of money, wait until a month after it comes out. Historically, they love putting these tickets in CDs that are only going to sell to a hyper niche audience because people buy 10, 20 of them hoping for the ticket. Like I mean, devs definitely seen the photos at some point of people who bought like hundreds to get tickets to idol events, and then
Yeah,
like
it's
they will
yeah,
be and then they sell them afterwards for like pennies on the dollar just to get rid of the CDs. Yeah,
horrible environmental cost.
yeah. And since people are mentioning it, I would expect it will show up on streaming. I don't think they announced it yet though, because again, they want to sell the CDs first. Honestly, the price isn't that bad. It with current conversion rates, it's about like $32. The shipping's gonna be a bitch,
Yeah, it's
which is
about like
what.
$10 a disc, and like
Yeah,
with background music discs, like they fill them the fuck up.
the shipping's gonna be a bitch, but that's why I'm waiting for like a coupon to pop up or something. Then I'll just add it to the Ghost Game Blu-ray order because I have both of those coming in the same order at the end of September. So it's like, oh, if I delay that by 3 days, I can have the CD in there. Great. Then, God bless Toei. Sometimes they don't announce the dub. This time, they put up a post in the morning going, Crunchyroll has Digimon Beatbreak English dub episodes 31 through 35 right now. And they definitely didn't, and they definitely didn't for almost 12 hours. And it went up at the exact same time it always does. Hulu's up to episode 30. I feel like the last time we updated on the dub on Hulu, it was like episode 25, and they went up to 30 and just no one noticed. But yeah, so
Yeah, to
the
be fair, I don't pay that much attention to it. I'll just watch
to
when
be
I have something on
to
in the
be honest,
background.
it feels like does it feel like any energy they had for the dub petered out?
It's
Like
hard for me to tell
they were
because
going
I'm
hard,
not paying
like
attention
early on they were going
specifically.
hardcore on marketing for them because remember we had all those clips of people. We were joking about them having the plush and everything. When is the last time we had any actual stuff for the dub to talk about?
Probably around episode 15, maybe.
I'm gonna say 20 because I think they were advertising uh oh wait, Tactics Cast, so that would have been when they did 11 through 15.
Yeah.
Oh, you may actually be right. Holy shit. Then episode 41 production art. The VIP one here is the Kyo looking face forward at us.
Yes.
That's good.
Fucking traumatized.
Then we get the line art of the Habakurimon evolution sequence. That's fucking
So
great.
fucking good.
Um, I put up the finished clip, which they'd put up at roughly the same time. I don't think I would have put that up if they'd not done the art at the same time. Then after the Kyo arc screening, they put up a thank you images with the guest. We get director Miyamoto with the Kyo style apron, which is for sale. Azakami's holding a cake. It was his birthday, and the cake was given to him at the event. And Hamano has one of the promotional
Aw.
Gekomon plushies. And the other interesting thing is, and this was pointed out, his birthday is the same day as Naito's birthday. So Kyo's actor has the same birthday as
Which
Naito.
one?
Yeah, we'll get into that. September issue of Animedia's out. They interview Azakama about Kyo. They also do a design stuff for anything show up in the Kyo arc.
I really want to get a hold of that artwork.
I may get the issue digitally. It's one of those things where like every time Animedia comes, I'm like, oh, I need to get that digitally, and then I forget about it.
There are so many things we have to do.
Then for Bandai Namco, Digimon has now hit record profits in the history of the brand. I'll be honest, the only thing that surprised me here is I would have figured this would have happened like 3 or 4 years ago, to be honest. When they were really
Yeah,
pumping
with
stuff out.
like 2020 and
See,
the
I
toys
feel
and
like
fucking
2021,
everything.
around when 2020 was wrapping up and Ghost Game was starting up, it felt like they were pumping stuff out there. I thought they would have hit it then. The one weird thing about this is, did you see how negative people were being about it? Like, well, they release stuff and they're surprised it happens. Like, motherfuckers, when have they not if they're not releasing what you want, that doesn't mean they're not releasing stuff.
Yeah, they're releasing stuff that sells and makes them money.
Yeah,
Or at least that they think makes them money.
like that's not.
Adventure shit.
Yeah, and that's the funny part.
Adventure pop-up
No,
stuff. Adventure merch.
the
Adventure
funniest thing is
figures.
the funniest thing is people respond to this being like, and it has nothing to do with adventure. It's like, I'm sorry, do you know how much it is everything? Do you know how much adventure stuff Bandai pumps out? Do you know how
When
many
they want to
people?
print money, they just make another fucking Omegamon rerun.
No, here's the better one. How many people do you know that when that new tag and crest went up for pre-order, rushed to get it?
They're all in the Discord server.
Yeah, like literally, that is one of the more popular fan products I've seen in a few years. Is people rushing for that? But yeah, so yeah, products, Time Stranger, card sets, pop-up shops, just fucking everything. Mobile game.
Anniversary
How
crossover
how
merch.
much do you think it's gonna bother some people if in a year Digimon Up still out and they mention it in their financials? Because here's the problem: it does not matter what we think of Digimon Up; it matters what the whales think. And yeah, even in
Yeah.
chat, they're pointing out cards make money. It is very easy to make money with cards when you don't fuck up. So yeah, nothing bad here. Definitely some questions, like for example, if you were to tweak inflation, what would it be compared to 2000? That is relevant, but it's hard to gauge that because they're not going to give us that information.
Yeah, that's
Inflation's
not
in
like
the closest.
externally
Yeah, the closest thing to a negative you can
available.
come up with this is what does it mean with inflation? But there's nothing negative here, frankly. It's all good. And then to keep the weird positives rolling, they've after teasing it, they announced the Digimon Color Ultraman Series 60th. So first up, I like the shells. I know a lot of people don't. It's very ultra. I love that the one is the Ultraman pose. I love that the
They
back.
look like I care nothing about Ultraman, but these look very nice.
I love that the back of the red one has the Ultraman 60th logo. I love that the
Hey,
one has a neat graffiti style to it. And do you want to know my favorite thing about this so far? Everyone's going, but
that you're
there's
spending
no,
money on it.
no. Everyone's going, but there's no Digimon in it. Except there's two things. One, they've mentioned you will battle Digimon in it. And two, they've said there's over 40 characters you can raise, right? Did you count how many they showed us, Dev?
I'm bad at math.
They've shown us 32.
It's like less than 40.
But what I mean is if you just put in a few, that is in line with the Godzilla one. So I'm waiting to see what pops up here. I would love them to not like to have a collaboration here in it, and them not to show us until it ships. Like,
I
wouldn't that
think the funniest thing that they could ever do, the only Digimon in it is Justimon.
see? I feel like you don't want that because you want to save Justimon for if they ever do a Common Rider one. Because Justimon literally is just a Common Rider without a motorcycle. So I really don't want them
Yeah,
to
but
use him here. I want them to save him for that. But yeah,
okay, now I want that to
but
exist.
yeah, I'm waiting for them to clarify stuff about this. Like for example, they have not really clarified if there's unique gameplay. Like the Godzilla one definitely had some unique gameplay to it. So we'll see. But yeah, which color do you think looks better, Dev? I think it's red just because I like the kind of not quite minimalism.
I know I lean more towards the graffiti looking ones, but the red one is more classy, if that makes
I
sense.
do like that the graffiti one, it has a good look all over. Is the main thing that I like about that one. But yeah, so this is available to pre-order. It ships in February, so there's a half year for us to find out more about this. I really hope there's some cool shit in it, and it's not just you know, blah. I hope, but who
Ultraman
knows?
evolve into this other
Ultraman.
Ultraman. Shit, Ultraman died.
Well, like remember the vital bracelet for Metabots? Do you remember what
I
the
don't.
evolution path was?
I don't quite like, I think it's, like,
Okay,
going through, like, the
what?
skeleton
One,
of
one sec.
adding different parts onto
One
it.
sec. Let me see if I can
It
pull
was
up.
really weird.
Let me see if I can pull up the image. Okay, so you start with a broken metal, then you become a full metal, then you become the, I think it's the tin pet, which is the inner thing. Then you get, it's like Metabee's head and one arm on the tin pet. Then you get a full Metabee.
Okay, it
Uh,
does make sense,
yeah.
yeah.
So moving on from that, Digimon Up has hit 2 million downloads to celebrate. They put up 3 wallpapers based on the title screen, because the title screen changes based on time of day, and a bunch of in-game items.
I'm glad for everyone who enjoys it.
I like the wallpapers, frankly. I I,
I
I
like the
like.
sunset, like, the afternoon one.
Yeah, that one's neat.
It's just going fishing.
What's funny is Piomon almost seems confused they're there. Then we got the Sword Art Online collaboration artwork, which
Which
very
looks cool
very
as shit.
that is very good artwork. Although weirdly, have we seen someone holding Tailmon in the pose Asuna's in? Something about this looks weirdly familiar. Where you get like the pose at like a 3/4 angle, leaning back a bit. I swear, there's
Mm,
something about this looks familiar.
feels like something on the cover art of a DVD.
I maybe something about this. I just yeah. So Agumon and Kirido's shoulder, Asuna holding Tailmon. The art is by Abik, who's the illustration character designer for Sword Art Online. Then they did a double collaboration prize thing. Digimon Game Account Japan to win T-shirt with the art. The Sword Art Online game account to win acrylic board with the art. Basically the same contest for both, but different prizes, which is actually a neat little touch.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, very neat artwork. Then, as the weird surprise to end all weird surprises, uh, Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory soundtracks are back on streaming, and it was announced by the musical composer. So,
Nice.
Cyber Sleuth had a CD soundtrack, which was 2 discs. Wait, it was 3 discs. Sorry. The new version is in 2 volumes, but it's 2 digital volumes, and it's the same tracks as the 3 discs. Hacker's Memory soundtrack
Good.
is up. It is the same as the soundtrack that was included with the 20th anniversary special edition version of the game in Japan, which was, I believe, all the new music that was added on top of the Cyber Sleuth music for Hacker's Memory. So yeah,
I
very
wonder if
neat.
they're releasing this because of the, Steam thing.
Uh, Possibly. It wasn't clear for a few reasons because like the announcement was actually made by the composer, not by like the Digimon Games account. I wonder if it was just like, oh, they're releasing it on a new platform in Japan, so maybe they have to clear some stuff. And maybe while double checking some music rights with him, he was like, hey, can we fucking do something with the soundtrack? The covers are the same covers from the physical releases. So yeah, very nice that they're up. And then they announced a charity stream for the Kumamoto earthquake, where they'll be streaming Last Evolution Kizuna in Japan. That was notable because Kumamoto was where one of the Kizuna collaborations was, which is where they did Kumamon Adventure, because the mascot for Kumamoto is a bear named Kumamon. And they had done the art of him and Agumon holding hands like the Kizuna teaser poster.
It's adorable.
Yeah, so they streamed the movie in Japan and still streaming on a loop for 2 weeks. And uh, I assume they mean advertising from it, or I don't know if like, oh, the video stream takes donations. I don't have access to it, so don't know. And then Cardo
Yeah.
Palooza. So Dev, time to take a sip of water.
Oh, no, no more cards. Make them go
Okay,
away.
Okay, Palmon looks fucking great. Griffomon, I
She's
like.
having such a good time.
I like Griffomon. The problem is, it feels like I've seen this for Griffomon before. And then
She's just very shouty.
Sarazmon Famous, it shows off a close-up shot of Sarazmon Medium, which weirdly, is she using the vines that drain the life out of people? I don't think she is, but I can't really tell.
It it looks like she's just kind of like sitting there chilling.
Yeah. Then we get Bacchusmon Reversal of the Dead, which is parallel art of him in a comic style like they've done for all of them. I like it. Looking all Majin
It's a
Buu-y.
very nice style.
Then Sarazmon Famous and Bacchusmon Reversal of the Dead.
And
Again,
it's like, up there's Koki.
yep. Although I think this one works really well in Koki style.
Very
Weirdly,
Bobby.
you know what the image of Bacchusmon here really reminds me of?
Oh.
It looks like a boss from Mario RPG, where we get like the 3/4 overhead view. There's a
Yeah,
barrel. Then we get Andromon, High Andromon, and Zombie Plutomon parallel art. So Zombie Plutomon's fine. They weirdly, I don't think they ever did put up English art. They didn't originally, but this one's a bit too busy for me, honestly.
I think just like the background's a little too
Um,
dark, especially near the bottom. It kind of like
then
obscures some of the body.
then here's so Andromon and High Andromon both look good. The problem I have with them is they're reminding me of something I can't place my finger on what it is. Like when I look at the
I
Andro,
mean, it is
when I look at,
Naoki Akamine art.
but like when I look at the Andromon one, my brain goes like, there's a comic page somewhere of Cyborg or someone like this in like this exact fucking pose. And I'm like, when I look at like,
RoboCop?
I don't think so, but like something like that from a comic or a cartoon where like a very specific shot that like is well known and my brain just keeps going, I can't tell what it is. But also like the same for High Andromon where like I'm looking, I'm like, there's something here, but I don't know what it is. Oh,
Okay, the High Andromon one looks a lot like a Transformers comic cover,
see,
especially like Prowl.
see, for Andromon, someone in chat mentions Mega Man X. And it's like, yeah, something like there's some image somewhere where someone is posed exactly like this, and I've seen it 100 fucking times, and I just cannot place it.
The silhouette is just like jiggling around in your brain.
Yes, exactly. Then we get Dantemon and parallel art for Weirdly, does it feel like we don't get any art of Dantemon that like shows the scale? Like we see him with other
That is
Atmon.
correct.
Like it feels like we would get. It feels
Also,
like
it just makes me think of JoJo character.
yeah. And then Jupitermon Wrathmode, which it's neat art, but it's boring because we've seen it for half a year at this point because it's the key art. They showed it to us super early. I have no issue with it. It just is not fancy at this point. Uh, the Wrath Mode parallel art really, I love the where they use red, oranges, and yellows, and the only blue is like the lightning and energy.
Like, oh, he's pissed.
Yeah, it works so well. It's really good art. I really hope when we get a photo of this card from someone that it really like uses the colors well physically.
Yes.
Then after all those exciting cards,
Give
hey
you
look,
spot foiling.
the Thunder Emperor Awakens is a screenshot that was definitely in a Time Stranger trailer. Because I've seen this image 100 fucking times. It was definitely in trailers.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like, yes. I haven't even gotten more than an hour into this game, and I recognize that.
Yeah, then Hiroko and Kuroi both get new manga artwork. Hiroko looks like she does later in the game. Weirdly, I feel like her face is not quite animated enough. Like she looks kind of like drowsy-eyed.
Let her take a nap.
That may be the problem. Then Tinkermon and Petermon. Am I wrong, or is like the yellow green tint supposed to be kind of like otherworldly here? And or that's what it feels like to me, but I'm not sure why. What do you think?
Um, it feels like supposed to like dappled lighting, like
Maybe. Yeah, that would make sense.
oh, I know it. It's a really, it's kind of like a weird sky phenomenon, like right before or at, if like there's a storm, like right on the horizon, the sky turns kind of like a greenish tone.
Do
So
you
it
okay?
kind of
So,
looks like the lighting
s-
during that.
so as much as that makes sense, my random bullshit makes sense. Do you think the colors looking like this benefits the cards, or do you think people are just going to look at this and mostly go, the colors seem off?
Yeah, it looks a little overly green saturated.
Then, oh man,
There's too much green on the field.
Morphomon gets the cute VIP award this time. I think. Holy shit! We get the side
So
shot of it
delighted.
flying. It's so good, and then we get Hudimon sitting. It's hard to tell because the text. It's definitely sitting on a leaf of some sort, right? Like
Um,
it's sitting on a plant, right? And not just like a log.
like it's hard to
Or
tell
I guess
because like
that
I
that
see
could.
where
You're
the
right.
stem is coming
You're
out.
right. That could just be a tree branch, couldn't it?
Yeah, it's just
Uh,
coming up out of somewhere and then
neat,
disappearing.
neat art regardless. Also, I feel like it's trying to go for the yellowy tone, but it's more subdued, so it works better.
Just a lazy summer.
Then we get cards of Toya Kuga and Kosuke Misono. Uh, Kosuke Misono appears like he does later in the game. He's protecting that hat.
Science.
Then Giant Slayer. At least this will be familiar to anyone who's played the game because it shows up in the demo and the earliest part of the game. You know what the funny thing is it's really neat art. It doesn't scream mech box art to me though, does it? To you?
A little. It's just that like slightly muted, off in the distance kind of colorway.
Yeah, I like it though. I especially like how the level of focus changes on the hand that's coming towards the screen.
It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, that's neat. Then card battle finished off the team matches that they're doing with the Digimon card family, and they said next time everyone will definitely be there. Yep. Then they already have announced what the new lookup figures are. Wave one will be Taichi, Hikari, Yamato, and Takaru.
I'm still sad we didn't get the 02 or Tamers casts of the
Well,
Digimon
here's the thing to
instead.
think of. If they're going to do these quicker than they did the Digimon, maybe they plan to move on to O2 and other stuff. Because remember, they never announced
Please,
four. They never announced four of these at the same time before. They did two, and then months later they would do two more.
yeah. I want Vmon and Mormon so badly.
Then, gotta love the gotcha charms. This time we get Digimon Digivice charms based on the packaging that they originally had at release.
They are really super cute and I want them.
Did you see the price?
Yes, they look very affordable.
Let's see. The price for 10 of them is $24, and each has a
Things
cookie.
like, is that like the full set or is it just
Uh,
completely random what's in a box of 10?
I think it is completely random because I think these are retail um boxes, not like specialty event ones where it's like, oh, there's 8 of these and you buy a box of 8 and there's a 99% chance you will get all 8 unless there's a mistake, in which case they won't deal with it. This, I'm 99% sure that there's 9 and a box is 10 means you are not getting all of them. So Greymon and Gurumon for the Digivice, blue and black for the D3, silver and red and blue and silver for the D arc, black and red and black and blue for the D scanner. All of them based on the first toy wave, which is why Digivice is just Digivice. D3 is the VMon version, D arc is version 1, and D scanner is version 1.0, and a secret. If you had to guess what the secret is, what do you think will be, Dev? I feel like it can only be one of two things, but I would like to know what you think it would be.
Um, I feel like it might be the silver version of the Digivice, like the uh
Okay, that was not going to be one
anime
of that.
accurate color.
That was not. Oh, you mean the aqua blue color?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I thought it was gonna be. That could be one of them, or the other one would be. Do you remember the gold version of the D3?
I don't recall seeing that one ever.
Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Or was that a US only model? That may have been an English only model. That then has no relevance. I just remember seeing it so often at people wondering if it was extra rare, where it's the Davis Daisuke model, but everything that was white is in gold plastic. They did so many of these in different things. Oh, people are asking which D scanner is. No, that's definitely the original D scanner.
No, I thought the original was instead of black, it's white.
Second. No, that looks like the right D scanner to me. D scanner version 1. One sec. Let me pull up a name. Let me pull up. Yeah, here we go. Here, let me share this with you and chat. There's chat, and here's for Dev. This
Okay, so like the
it's
toys
not
actually.
Koji's. This is the actual original toy. These are two of the original toy colors. It's not Koji's.
Oh, okay. So, because I'm so
So
used to seeing like.
yeah, this is two of the original. These are like the basic toy. Like for example, the original black one with Stingmon on the box was called VMon version for the D3, for example. Like that was labeled
Ah,
as a VMon toy because that was the same toy as VMon, was just black. It's not Koji's. It is the black and blue version.
okay. Okay,
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
These are based specifically on the toys, not the show. Which is why, for example, I believe why Ryo got that color was there was an existing toy of that color. I don't think it was labeled as a Ryo toy originally.
Yeah.
It was just one of the colors that they were already selling, so they gave it to him. Yeah, so neat little toy. These will be out January, I believe. Then new pop-up shop for Digimon Adventure, pop-up cornered anime culture center by EO, Ninja and Graph Arts. Oh, the art's so good this time.
Yes.
The art is so. I'm looking. I'm like, is there any actual bad art this time? It's like I don't think there is.
You're such good shit.
Yeah, products are all basic. So scan badges, keychains, acrylic cards. The stand,
Acrylics, yeah.
the stands actually look really nice this time. And then for
I really want to grab like one or two of these.
graph art, we get can badges, the mini stands, keychains, and a tiny small case. Yeah, the art this time is golden. Someone in chat points out the bands may be a little too tight on some of the Digimon's necks. I will agree. Patamon looks a bit confused. He's happy but confused.
I'm a
Yeah,
ninja.
yeah.
I
So
am a being of stealth and darkness.
this will be August 29th through September 11th. It just great art all around. Okay, Dev, which art do you believe is the best by single character, not by pair?
Okay, it's a Yamato,
I kind of like Joe's.
but specifically the graph art Yamato.
You know what bothers me a bit? It feels like we needed Gomamon in a Naruto pose, since that is Naruto.
Yes,
When you have
Captain
Naruto's
Leo.
VA play, when voice actor plays that character, you got to lean into it. Then for
They were
another
cowards.
collaboration, Digimon Adventure and Digimon Beatbreak are collaborating with Yurinon, which is a shop that specializes in dorayaki, which are basically two things that are roughly like pancakes and put in a filling to make a little dessert sandwich.
Now I'm hungry.
So it'll be August 8th through September 6th. Food and drinks will be at their Harajuku store. Products will also be sold online. New SD themed artwork. Are you ready for the menu, Dev?
Yes, these I want to eat them all.
Okay, so the adventure menu is Yubari Melon Dorayaki, and each gets one of four character prints at random. Agumon inspired orange and melon cream, surrounded by dorayaki with whipped cream, featuring summery colors. See, it's not the flavor for me, but this is a flavor that makes sense to me. Then
Yeah,
Butterfly PT Soda Float, blue soda float topped with lemon syrup, changes the color for a perfect summer drink. That is the main, uh, and we've talked before, that's the main trick of Butterfly PT is whatever you add to it, the chemical reaction changes the color because it's a very reactive liquid. So you add something and the color would change wildly. You can
it's
also
so delicious.
You can also buy the Adventure Dorayaki wrappers, set of three individually wrapped sets of two wrappers each. So you get three sets of Dorayaki wrappers to make yours at home or just snack on them. And each food drink item gets you one of 8 charms at random. The VIP
Sweet.
art here, Dev, is Patamon with the pancake head.
Yes. It's
And
like a
as
little helmet.
and as
He has
Chad has
become invincible.
and as Chad has pointed out, if you look at the little the acrylic charms, the Digimon are eating in them. The Beat Break ones, they are not, except Gekomon. So the Gekomon, or the Beat Break menu, melty custard whipped cream dorayaki, branded with one of four Beat Break designs. The pancakes are filled with a smooth custard cream and whipped cream for melting your mouth texture.
Oh yes, give me that one.
Yeah, that one makes sense, and I believe I'd enjoy it. Then the drink is a raspberry cocoa drink. It's cocoa with raspberry sauce.
No.
Does that feel lazy somehow?
Yes, but also I do not like that flavor combination.
I like chocolate and raspberries. I don't think I would like it in a drink. Like like I've gone to a restaurant and gone, oh, they have chocolate cake. I'll get that. And the chocolate cake maybe is decorated with strawberries and raspberries. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I do not want sauce in my chocolate drink. The products
Yeah,
are,
I do not like gross. Yeah.
yeah.
Makes my brain go bleh.
Then the merchandise is hologram stickers, can badges, egg shaped pin badges, acrylic stands, acrylic keychains, and tote bag. And everything is in set by show. The products here are very nice. So, okay, so looking at the art def for the products, I feel like one character does not really fit in this art style out of these 8. Do you know which one it
Let me
is?
guess, is it Murasamimon?
Yes. It
I
it
love him so
he
much.
he doesn't quite fit in this art, does he?
No, but it makes it even better.
Yeah. Then we have the weekend potpourri. So first up, reference book was updated with Helios Boamon once the episode aired.
Snake, snake, snake.
Snake, snake, snake. After this told us like 2 weeks ago, there's too many high-level snake Digimon, which I wonder if was
More
subtly
snakes.
meant to hint at this. Then, uh, down, scroll down so I can read it all properly. Masashi Hirata, who is in charge of the brand at Bandai, posted a few messages basically thanking fans. He actually posted them in English, not translated. Um,
Oh,
of course, he didn't mention it this time. It's worth mentioning he was actually involved with the brand much earlier in his career. He was part of the porting team who ported the Battle Spirit games to Game Boy for the North American market. So he's occasionally shown that his desk in his office, he actually has the games still sealed, the North American Battle Spirit games.
oh, that's
So
really neat.
neat little touch. Um, then the Toei online shop posted a little video promo clip because they got the memory collection products which were introduced at Anna Birth. Basically, just a base little video showing off the art, which was nice to see.
Music
Uh,
was nice too.
yes, I kept expecting it to break into like a more familiar tune though. Uh, Toei Animation Museum posted basically pointing out the Kyo arc screening is across the street. Remember how I said I thought it was across the street?
Yeah.
It turns out I was indeed right. Um, and they're like, hey, if you're there for that, there's a Beatbreak exhibition. They also showed off they were giving away flyers for the Ghost Game Blu-ray, which neat little touch. Ayumi Miyazaki showing off his trip to Cologne, Germany for Animeni. He got the picture of the meerkat because it was dark and he couldn't get any photos when he first arrived. Showed off a number of photos, including one with Frank Schindel, who does the German versions of the Digimon songs for the shows there. So yeah,
Cool.
he dude travels so much. And look at him. He met Lightning.
It's like where in the world is Carmen San Diego
And
at this
look at him.
point?
We have a photo of him with Lightning McQueen.
Terrifying.
Also, they need to fix that Lightning McQueen because does it not have eyes anymore?
No.
I still think the funny part is he took the photo and you can tell how amused he looks that he's got getting into it for the photo. Because like you can tell he does not fit. He has his other leg is not in the car.
I
Then
hope he doesn't like break anything trying to like get in or out of it. He's not
possibly.
allowed to die.
Then Chika Sakamoto was at the Shinmei Fireworks Festival for their Digimon collaboration. She had recorded announcements as Agumon for the event. She mentioned she was excited to see so many people holding Digimon fans. The crowds were so big she almost lost heart in the food stall lines. And she never got to see fireworks so close, even though she once had a part-time job selling fireworks for a festival. She really liked the fireworks going off with Butterfly playing.
Oh.
Then some photos from the Kyo Arc screening, including the director with his cassette later, since they gave those away at the event. And
I
I
really
liked
like that juxtaposed with the
the flower
picture of
box.
Kyoan. Yes.
Yeah, that the flower box is a nice touch. Then from Wawaga Gag, they posted Lila from Digimon Bloom and Rico from Digimon Recollection Nort. Weirdly, is the coloring on Lila not dark enough, really? Because she had like black hair. So it all
I think you
so
just wanted to go with like that, just like the
that's what I
three
thought. But
colors to
but at
go to.
first I went, I'm not sure if that's her. Then I'm looking and like, okay, it's her. They did this to celebrate Digimon Day. They also noted they posted this on August 2nd and they were late. They noted that though, so
We're
we
going to
forgive them
judge them
because
forever.
I forgive them because the art's really fucking cool. Then some birthday art. So first up, Honeka's birthday was August 3rd. Digimon TV put up new art. Takahiro Gojima did his traditional smile with sparkles. I should also point out, um, if you look at the Honeka image, it appears to be the same scene as the Kaido birthday art from last week, and she's sitting there staring at him eating his meal.
That's her birthday treat to herself.
Yes. Then Naito, they put up a nice screen cap of him. Kojima did his art. And then what's worth noting is his birthday was not announced as August 7th when the show started. It was August 27th. The thing is the page that says the date, because they actually have all that information on a page on the Beatbreak site, it hasn't been scraped by anything since like April. and it appears it already said the 7th at that point. So I'm wondering when they changed it.
Curious.
Yeah.
I wonder why they changed it.
Who knows? Maybe August 27th will roll around, it'll be someone else's birthday. Or maybe it was always a typo and it didn't get noticed in time.
Possibly.
So it's not clear, though. Who knows? Then they did some art for the end of the Q arc. When the arc ended, they put up art of Karina, Minoru, and Luxmon in a sepia tone. Then, right before the screening
Again.
happened, they did art of Kyo and Kuguruma with the golden sunshine, and this was the art on the postcard they gave away at the event.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. Then Takira Kojima also did a little sketch of Kugurumon holding some snacks. Now, the relevant thing here, Dev, is his text with the post just says, got some snacks. It doesn't clarify if he's drawing Kugurumon with snacks. Did he draw Kugurumon because he himself got snacks? Kugurumon looks very happy, though.
All of the above.
Possibly.
I am
Then
happy when I have snacks.
we all are. Then Takira Kojima did art of Dr. Tenma for episode 42, and Akamine Aki did young Kyo looking happy. He won't look that way for long.
Dr. Riley ass looking motherfucker.
Hey, that's Dr. Tai Chi to you. You know what the weird thing about this image is, Dev? I really like this image. Okay, are you looking at the art? Can you,
Yes.
if you look at it just right, does the mustache look like a weird mouth?
Unfortunately. Like
Then
his face is splitting in half.
Then for chat, you guys can start posting questions. We'll go with the ones that are sent ahead of time. Someone said, do you think they'll stream the best of show outside Japan? Maybe also the concert. The best stuff show's a bit hard to gauge because we don't know what contracts they may have for streaming stuff. And I wonder, like, if you air it that way with a new opening, can you just say it's a new show that happens to be made up of existing footage? I don't know. I would like to believe
I
we'd
feel
get
at
it.
the very least they'll upload like whatever the opening clip is.
Oh, that will definitely go on YouTube. So worst case scenario,
Yeah,
we will get
absolutely.
that. But yeah, the concert, I don't know. That type of thing is always a coin flip. It is often no, but not always. So I hope it will. I would love to do it. I would love to watch it. I mean,
Or maybe like a deep Blu-ray release or something later on.
I
Sometimes they do that.
sometimes I feel like more like
Only certain concerts. It's
a,
really random.
a premium VOD site probably is more likely. Either way, if it is buyable, I will buy it. Then someone said, Mark had been looking forward to the new trucks, and I think it came out, so they were wondering how it was. I'm really enjoying it so far. It is very hard to do a follow up to two really beloved games in a really niche genre, but also modernize it enough where new people might want to play it. And so far, they've hit like all the benchmarks. They even announced that there was a secret game mode that's not on the menu. I assume because it's hard and sounds batshit insane. So one of the things they did was the game is widescreen. It's not like vertical shooter because if you're going to
Okay.
get new people, you can't scare them away by getting rid of 66% of the screen. So having that screen real estate means they have a two-player mode, which makes sense, right, Dev?
Yeah. Side
What
by
they
side.
what they announced on social media was if you go to the controller setup screen in team mode and you hold certain buttons for 7 seconds, it starts with everything mapped to one controller for two ships. So
Oh
the left
shit.
stick controls one, the right stick controls the other. So one person controlling two ships at once. And I can understand why that is a bonus and not something on the menu, because if someone plays that and they're new, they're never playing the game again. I've not had time to play the mode yet, but that is going to be miserably fucking hard, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, honestly, what I imagined was two people trying to share a single controller.
Oh, there are plenty of speed runs of games that do that. Like there's some really fun Mario ones. But yeah, so imagine playing a vertical shooter, two ships on screen, and you're using both sticks to control them. That I can.
Dual wielding.
That's so gonna be so fucking hard. Like I very well may play that once and then never touch that mode again. But the game's been very good so far. It was cheaper than I expected. That was also nice. In chat, someone said, "Do we think the Asuka mind control thing is going to lead to Gekkomon Dark evolving to Atreidasmon?" I don't know. It's hard to gauge what the Beatbreak crew's doing because there's times when there's been like obvious cool shit they can do and they just don't. I guess the question is, and we've talked about it before, do we think a Dark evolution will be fulfilling at this point in the show? Unless like
It
they
would be
might,
fucking badass.
yeah, but will it be fulfilling as a character arc for Tomoro to now all of a sudden swing back to Dark E-Pulse again for him?
Embrace the dark side.
Yeah, I just don't know if I'll find it fulfilling. I assume it'll be cool, but yeah. Then someone said they've seen some people say that bleh, they've seen some people say the 2027 anime was said to not be connected to any given universe that exists. Completely no, they can't find where that was said. Could it be related to the new manga? So first, no idea for the new
Nothing was
manga.
said.
No, what they took is like what was said was basically like, oh, an all new anime, Digimon anime is in production for 2027, and some people have decided all new means it's not going to be a sequel connect. One, most Digimon things are not sequels connected. Like outside of adventure and crosswords, that has not happened. Outside of like the odd off game thing or cameo or audio drama. So just by the logic of they don't really do that often, that would be the guess. I would say the only mysterious thing we have for a connection so far is it just coincidence that the lead of Eggs looks like Raito? That's the only like pseudo connection thing I feel like you can theorize about right now. Is he does really look like him, doesn't he, Dev?
It's the hairband and the
Yeah.
hair.
And someone said,
Other than that, it's generic edgy shonen protagonist.
"Do you think
He looks cool as
we'd get
shit.
new Digimon if they did a DC or WB animation crossover with Digimon?" I Here's the thing: they've definitely done that with other animes and stuff. I just don't see them doing it with Digimon because Warner always plans stuff out in such specific ways that I don't know what they would cross over with. Like even when they did, what was it called? RWBY. I think that's the right name. I think they
Yeah,
co.
Ruby.
I believe when they did that, they co-owned the brand. I think that was at the point when they went into production when they owned Crunchyroll and co-owned that brand because they owned Rooster Teeth. So
Don't
yeah,
recall.
yeah. Um,
Not in my wheelhouse of
let's
interests.
see. Some said outside of Digimon Beatbreak, do you have any shows in your rotation that you watch when new episodes hit every week?
Um, no,
I
mostly because I've just been wiped out from
Okay.
the heat and work.
Okay, I assume they don't mean generically; they mean like airing right now.
Yeah,
The last episode of X-Men is tomorrow of the season's tomorrow night, and Star Trek is about 3/10 through for the season. So, in a couple, basically in when Beat Break ends, the recurring shows that I watch each week will be zero. Although by then Scrubs should be back, so one. Last chance for questions from chat. Someone said any brand or character collaborations with Digimon you'd like to see with the 30th anniversary coming up. That is well timed with the DC question. Um, Honestly,
more Vocaloid, please.
I've kind of liked the collaborations we've gotten over like the last 6-7 years, where like we get the Godzilla ones, the Ultraman one. They did Sanrio a couple times, which was neat. Like you said, they did the Vocaloid one a few. The one they did, the big one where they had like 10 pieces of art, that was neat.
Yeah, that was really nice.
I,
That and the
I
CD and like the
I
An
feel
Android figure.
I feel like the cheat answer is Kamen Rider because doesn't it feel like that's just going to happen at this point?
When is Kamen Rider's next major anniversary, though?
But here's the thing: they could do it with Digimon's anniversary. Also, the next Kamen
True, but it
Rider
feels like the
anniversary.
big collabs have
Oh,
been the.
actually, we are in the middle of the 55th anniversary of Kamen Rider right now.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that would work.
the 55th anniversary celebration of Kamen Rider began April 3rd, 2026. The 55th anniversary of the premiere of the original show. So we are actually in an anniversary year for Kamen Rider right now.
Okay, so that would be prime time to pull that off.
Yeah. Um, do you think they could do, someone asked, do you think they could do a digital world based on animation studios or something like Yatamon? I feel like crossover questions are hard because we don't know the plan. Like, could they do crossovers with other animations? They've done, let's see, they've done Metabots. My brain's trying to like remember because we've gotten so many weird collaborations over the years. Um,
Sword Art count because the
yeah,
recent
I
game
would say
one.
that does. Um, yeah, I think with the 30th anniversary of the franchise coming up, we're primed for anniversaries. Someone in chat said they'd like Zoids.
Or Gundam. I mean,
Yeah,
Zoid is basically.
yeah, and Gundam's on its road to its big anniversary. When does that actually begin? The problem is because they've done like the lead up to the 60th anniversary, so it's like, no, when is that actual anniversary? Oh no, not 60th, 50th. The Gundam
I
50th
would
anniversary.
love to see a Code Geass
Oh,
and
never
Digimon
mind. The 50th
crossover.
anniversary is in 2029. They've just already started leading up to it.
Damn. I assume with like the big thing, like what they've been pulling out, it was like in a year and a half.
No, they're just like going super fucking hardcore like to it. Like, I mean, it makes sense, but yeah, they're just like, oh no, it's like 50th anniversary is coming. You're gonna have to hear about this shit for 3 fucking years. Because basically they're going hardcore to lead up to it. But yeah. Oh, someone in chat points out Transformers. That'd be a fun one. Transformers does so many collaborations nowadays. That one actually feels possible.
Yeah, especially with toys.
Yeah. Let's see. I think that is it for questions. Okay. Dev, what Wikimon article would you like people to read?
Fuck it. Go for Kamen Rider. Go for Justimon. That or Revolmon. It kind of counts.
One second. We have to see. Does Wikimon still have a? They do not, Dev. So you have to pick something different. There is
Fuck
no
it,
Justimon.
Revolmon.
There is no Justimon article anymore. As I linked Dev,
Disambiguation page.
it's the ambiguation page
Disambiguation
because
page.
remember they decided that Blitzarm is now like an actual name and not just like the arm name for his normal arm.
Yeah.
That one actually has always been, that one annoys me. So you have to pick an arm, Dev.
Excel arm.
He stole that from a poor Digimon. Well, he did for all three, but yeah. But yeah. So I can be found with the will as always. Uh, at some point, it feels like we'll have another week off because let's see. Would you like to know what's going on with my house, Dev, before we finish up?
Oh no, what happened now?
Oh no, no, because remember, there's work to fix stuff, and because it's insurance and everything, it doesn't always happen instantly. So on Wednesday, and I don't believe this is insurance. I believe just doing it because you know things need to be done. Whole house being repiped, so I won't be around for much of Wednesday. Once that is done, then stuff can start getting sealed up. But then floor up here has to be redone. So at some point, I will definitely have to disconnect equipment and everything. And it feels like there's
Yeah.
a decent chance that will happen around a Monday at some point. So I would expect us to skip something. No idea if next episode will be Sunday, Monday, or even skipped. We will see. Because
We will
I,
figure it
I
out.
expect it's going to be another 4, 5, 6 weeks until House is back to normal.
All because a pipe exploded.
Yep. But, you know, on we go. Oh, someone in chat wants to get a model kit with the Zoids talk earlier. You get that Zoids kit. And remember, Grant Morrison wrote for Zoids, which is a terrifying thought. Um, yeah, so we're not sure Sunday or Monday next week. We will see. Let's see. We will catch you guys later. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.